Hello guys, this is leathertoolz. Today we're going to talk about my dream toolbox. So today's theme is more about traveling. So I've been traveled to many countries, and very often when I visit countries I try to look to their craft side. So I try to visit their craft stores. I try to look for craftsmen who works there, and it's really inspired me to in this idea that what if I could travel the world with my craft tools and make stuff in that country and sell the stuff there. And it would be awesome to have a sort of some sort of a traveling kit as a leather craftsman that you could travel with. So this idea really kept me in my mind going into coming up with some kind of the selection of tools into a wooden box with a handle, and that really led me into thinking to come up with one. Of course, this won't be my final one. I'm trying to just keep thinking to how I really come up with a better set or better set of tools. This is not every tool that you need. Certainly I need some more tools to pack with. This box, I got it for, I think, somewhere, I don't remember exactly, but it was perfect size, I thought. And after filling this box with the tools, it actually turns out to be too small. So I will have to make a bigger one later in the future, definitely. So for my first set, I'll try to share it with you guys. So let's open the box. So this is it. So I have bottom side and top side. It has different sections and stuff. And let me talk about this cutting board first. So if you already have seen my live stream, I talked about these cutting boards. And actually this was not supposed to be in this kit. Rather, this cutting board is supposed to be in the kit. So this is the cutting board that I've been using for about 5 years. So it was more like, yeah, it was more like this, and then I had to cut it in a shape so that I could fit it here perfectly like this. Yeah, and then the dimension was correct, and I was happy that I cut in a correct shape. And all I had to do was to close this box at the end to see everything fits. But then it didn't fit rightly. It didn't fit because this very thin plastic is blocking the way these handles go into this section. So the dimension was not really correct in this case. So I couldn't fit this in the box, and I thought maybe I just should carry the cutting board separately. So this kit, I wanted to really complete the kit with the cutting board, but now I have to carry the cutting board later on. Yeah, so that's one thing. So I'll start from the bottom side first. So this is drop that I made in front of the camera. I already made a video about this double sized drop with a paint stick. Has a very fine green compound and also more of a rough side. It's for initial stropping. This is fine stropping, so it's a Dilux black and green, yeah, with a small strop, very thin and light, so that I can keep my tools very sharp while I'm traveling. So that's that. And this one, this is pricking iron pouch. So if I just show you inside, there are 3 sizes: 4mm, 5mm, and 3mm. And only 3mm has 6-prong option because I have this already. You can buy 6 prongs for 4mm and 5mm, but I don't have it, so that's that. So all of the pricking irons are 2 teeth and 10 teeth configuration. So I have different options to choose from between the stitchings. They are craft sharp, and I just quickly come up with this case or pouch for the pricking iron so that it doesn't, oh, it does go out. Yeah, I have to make a new one so that it doesn't really fall out while I'm traveling. So that's that. And this one is this is my improvised stitching pony. So it's better to have this spring clamp so that I can clamp my workpiece very tightly, and I can rest on the desk, or I can just close the box and I can stitch on there, and I can lay this on the box, and this, or you can just stick any leather in, and then you can stick your project in, which makes it tighter by the tension of the wood. So this is just a quick improvised stitching clamp that I come up with, that I made. So just one slot and a hole, and that makes a really nice small stitching clamp. Yeah. And in this section there's a lighter for lighting a fire, for this alcohol lamp, and this is for heating up the creaser, this Japanese adjustable creaser. Yeah, that's done. And glue cleaner, and one slicker, and one diamond awl from Blanchard, and one round awl from Blanchard as well. And this is edge beveler from Craft Tools, size 00, very small one. And this is IKEA cutting board. So if you remember, I had this very small IKEA cutting board like this, and I just cut it into size to fit it here. This is really dirt cheap, really. It costs less than €1, and it has some damages. It has bangs and things around. I wanted to cut it, and this piece is for driving punches, or for pricking irons. When you want to prick the iron, then you need some kind of hard surface, but not too hard, so that it protects the teeth of the pricking iron. So this is my option for traveling kit for my pricking iron. Yeah, so it's very small and handy. Yeah. So moving on, this is bone folder, just a normal bone folder, the thin one. I just had to put it inside of between the loops so that it doesn't move around that much. So it was just a bone folder. And I have a set of divider just to mark the leather, to do the spacing divider. And also we need a glass to skive on. So for skiving surfaces you definitely need a glass, so that when the knife goes onto the leather it just glides smoothly. And you can also burnish your leather with this, and you can also use this round shape to glue certain rounded parts and stuff. It has many usage. I didn't choose the handle one because of the size and of the weight. Also, I just chose the simplest one, the glass that has a rounded edge and no handle. Yeah, just for the traveling purposes. Yeah, and also it's better to have all flat side, because when I do the skiving it's better to have a flatness. Not if you have a handle one, then it will not be so flat on the desk. It will just tilt it and will not have such a much space on it. Yeah, so that's my choice. And the hammer that I have right now here, this is hammer from Germany, from a company called Gerdor. This is a great size and great little hammer for pricking iron or driving punches. You can find many good hammers online, and most of them are similar. And from my test, this hammer really can take beating, and this head really lasts quite long. If you buy little not so good quality hammers, these heads crack under use and wear out very quickly. But this head is really made really well. I think it's a polyurethane or nylon type hammer. It's a very durable, and it has been under my use for quite a long time, and I like this hammer a lot. So I just had to keep this hammer in the box, and this is Gyrodor hammer. I'll put the link in the description where you can purchase this. I bought this in Germany, but this is available in US Amazon as well. This isn't expensive at all too. So great value for the purpose. Yeah. So moving on, this is Blanchard stitching lulette. So I haven't done review on this one. This is just an antique item. Normally in normal leatherworking, this is not in use anymore. This is just for the saddlery work mostly. But to be sure, I show you on the back, the handle. You can uncap the back of the handle, and they will have a stitch this set of wheels that has this really sharp wheels, so that you can mark your stitching holes. And you need some practice to use this tool properly. And what's good about this tool is that you can do long lines and you can do curves much better than your pricking irons, much quicker. But then you need to do the oiling work one by one if you want to do the saddle stitching. And it's quite interesting tool, and I just thought this is like a kind of backup for the pricking iron that I was talking about. So it just compensates both. Yeah. And moving on, there's a ruler. This is antique ruler. This is mostly for aesthetic purposes at the moment. I just kept it in a box because this ruler had gone through some restoration, and I did my restoration as best as I could, but then what I can realize is that this hasn't been recertified and recalibrated. So the measurement is not so much correct. I did have to flatten out on both sides, so I don't know if the two sides are exactly parallel. And the most concern about this ruler is that this one side has been worn off quite a bit, so I cannot guarantee that this surface is exactly 1 centimeter from here. So it has worn out quite a bit. It's just an antique ruler made in England. But these kind of rulers are easily replaceable. I have the stainless steel made in Japan Fuji ruler. This can be fit also here. So if it's real, I'll carry this. For aesthetic purposes, I just kept this antique one just because it's pretty. Yeah. And there's one more tool in the bottom section, the last tool. This is the tool that I'm testing with, so I'm not going to talk about it just yet. I'm going to test this tool more, and then I'll review this tool, what it is and how to use this tool. Yeah. So let's move on to the top section. Okay. So top section, you might already recognize some of the tools. First of all, this is disposable blade. So it just has this is Stanley brand. You can get your sharp edge instantly. Yeah, it's disposable. Of course, edges will not stay as long as these high quality knives, but what's good thing about this disposable blade is you don't need to take any maintenance on the edge. I could strap it on the strap, but then if I really need a sharp edge right now, I don't have sharpening stone, then I can just snap it off and then I'll get the fresh edge. Yeah, just like 1 second. Yeah, so I didn't put indispensable in this kit because like I said, if this is a traveling situation, I would definitely need something like easy to maintain, and I will not carry any stones with me, so I would just carry this disposable blade so that I can get the sharp edge instantly. Yeah, so that was the idea. Yeah, so that's that. And this one is also self-made. This is German silver steel round oval. So I can scratch this, I can penetrate this. So this German silver steel is quite high quality. I heat treated myself to a high standard, so it's very sharp. It keeps its sharpness. It's very nice. It's a long one. I can apply edge coats with this, and the short one is for scratching, and the long one maybe for the edge coat and stuff. Yeah, so this is just one neat item. And this one, you might already also know this. I made this tool. This is ceramic head hammer. So after gluing, when you need to tap your leather. I would call this ceramic tap hammer, or pampering tool, or a bounce, or ceramic bounce. I can just rub it and I can just tap it. It's a ceramic, so it's very smooth head, and it will not leave any mark on leather, and it will not really polish the anything. It's just smooth, raw friction. It just works really well. I made this tool and really love it. It's really neat little item for leather craft. It's really nice. And these tools you might already know. First of all, this one. This is Charter-made pattern knife. You can buy this in the Rock Mountain Leather Supply or his website directly. This is D2 blade and stabilized giraffe bone handle and mosaic pin option. And this is incredibly well made. It's quite nice. I already did a review on this knife. You can search for Charter-made on my channel. This knife is very versatile, easy to do the curves, turns a lot. It's quite nice. This is Charter-made pattern knife. And this one, this is Charter-made custom Japanese knife. This was custom order for Charter-made. He does not sell exactly the same one, but he does offer a similar one in his website and also Rocky Mountain Leather Supply. I will put the link in this description or in the comment box where you can go purchase it. If you don't know Charter-made yet, Charter-made, he's a maker from South Africa. He makes leather bags and he makes high quality leather craft tools and leather knives especially. And his works are one of the top-notch high-end stuff. I can definitely recommend him. This is D2 blade. It's much better than other type of cheap leathercraft knives, and his heat treatment is really good. So really well heat treated D2 blades and ebony handle and giraffe bone, stabilized giraffe bone butt cap with a brass spacer. And like I did review on this quite a lot, so you can also check it. It's a you can call it skiving knife, but to be exactly to say it's a terminology, it's not a skiving knife. I mean, it's a leather cutting knife, so Japanese style. But this one is for both hands. You can use it for left-handed. You can also use it for right hand. It's a really well made Japanese leather knife. Yeah. And this one, this is Charter-made signature skiving knife. This is what really goes handy when you want to try to skive the edge of the leather very thin. I already did a review on this knife a lot too. You can skive down the edge of the leather very thin with the technique you practice, and it gives you much more a professional look if you do this. So this is left-handed version. If you have a right-handed, you can buy right-handed, of course. You can get this also at Rocky Mountain Leather Supply or his website directly. So this is Charter-made skiving knife. And so last but not least, this is my knife. I'm testing my skiving knife at the moment. This is special steel, and I'm trying to test the edge retention and length and how it's used and stuff. And maybe I will sell it in the future. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just testing it at the moment. I'm going to fully test it so that I can also be ready to produce and stuff. Yeah, so that's it. So it's a lot of tools, like I said, and this box is really heavy, guys. It's it's really no joke. I think it's nearly impossible to walk around with this type of bag. Haven't measured it, how heavy this is, but it's really heavy. With all these tools together, it's quite heavy. So I need some kind of transportation if I want to travel with this thing. And do you know what's missing? You can maybe guess what's missing in this box, and it'll be fun to see what's really missing. Put it in the comment box. You guys think what's missing. I'll say what's missing first. I don't have any threads here. I don't have any thread, and there's no space for thread bobbins. And second, I don't have any glue here. I don't have any space for glue. Yeah? So that's two things. So and of course I don't have leather here, so that's the thing. It's not a complete set at the moment, and for me I think what I think is more necessary is I think I need a longer ruler. 30 centimeter is quite good, but I think it's better to have around 50 centimeter longer ruler for bigger project as well. And to add more stuff in, I need a longer box. I think this width is good. The width is quite good, but the length, I hope it's longer. So what I will do, maybe I will just start from making the box, and I will just come up with the longer box, 50 or 60 centimeter, and I will just make it longer, and then I can put in more stuff, and I think it's better that way, and I can maybe probably come up with a better design and better construction as well. The system that I've used here was just my idea that how do I really minimize adding more space into this box so that I can keep the most stuff in the box. And the leather and this keeping system is the only way to minimize this closure space so that I can put more stuff in the box. And if you have better ideas, yeah, it would be wonderful to see in your collection, in your box, how would you want to keep it very tightly without moving around, without not tools hitting each other. So this was my idea, and maybe in the future I might come up with a better solution, and that would be awesome to share with you guys. Yeah. So this was my dream box. Yeah. I just wanted to share with you guys, and that's it. Yeah. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I have more tool reviews coming up, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Giving me a thumbs up helps me a lot, and I just hope you guys have a great day. Yeah. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'll see you guys next video.